My name is Madeleine Rees, and I'm the Secretary General of the Women's International League for Peace and Freedom. And I actually work in Geneva, which is one of the two areas of where the United Nations sits. And we focus very much on using the multilateral systems based in Geneva in order to further our programs. My job as the Secretary General is to implement the program which is actually agreed at Congress. But as I think you will have seen from Congress, that is essentially based on the principles that the founding mothers had in relation to stopping militarism, disarmament, looking at root causes of conflict, and strengthening the multilateral systems. And that's where we come in Geneva. So what I'm trying to do is to make sure that we bring the different parts of the program together so that when we're looking at nuclear disarmament, we look at it through the lens of human rights. When we're looking at Women, Peace and Security agenda, which is done brilliantly in New York, we need to then ground that in human rights. So the role that we play is to take, when countries are reporting to treaty body mechanisms, when they're reporting to the Human Rights Council, we as WILPF will make strategic interventions on those countries to identify where there is a link between military expenditure and the inability, for example, to provide education for children, to provide assistance in terms of healthcare for women, where there is a denial of rights in relation to social security. So we can see where money is going. And we want to use the lens of, we're looking through the lens of human rights to bring those issues very much into the international domain. The point of doing that is so that sections and grassroots women's organisations can actually have a voice. Because our aim is to work very closely with the sections, and we already are doing that, to get information, to turn it into human rights speak, to get good comments back, and then to ground it in policy and action back in the country where we got that from. To do that, we need the participation of women, because it is the voices of women that we need in order to be able to describe the experience so that it is accurate. To do that, we really want to bring women to the United Nations in Geneva, so that their voices, not mine, theirs, can be heard at the Council. So we've arranged almost every single Human Rights Council session that has been, we have arranged side events to bring into the public domain the issues that are affecting women, whether it be on food security, whether it be on sexual violence in armed conflict and the consequences of that, whether it be on looking at the need to emphasise the rights to economic development, social rights, so that we can actually then participate in governance structures. These are the sorts of things we've arranged side events on, particularly focusing on Nepal. We've got another big one we're coming to do with Haiti in October for the Universal Periodic Review of Haiti. So with all these different tools that we're trying to put together, we are raising the profile of the arguments that WILPF is putting forward, but we're doing them with a legal basis as well as just a strong advocacy campaign.